Hey, how's it going? It's me, Christina, the author of Ren the Arrival. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm with my friend Alma here, and we have our fun little mariachi hats on because we're going to talk about my book, Ren the Arrival, because it's Mexican history, it's Mexican folklore. It is, she is a Latina superhero.
Mexican.
Right, Mexican. She's Mexican.
Okay.
Sorry, I just do that. But yeah, she's Mexican. She's from Puebla, Mexico. Mm-hmm. And I do have, mariachis and folklore dancers and things in my book. So if any of those things interest you, you should check it out. But one of the things I like to do is walk around in the dark. But I'm visiting with my friend today, Alma, and I had two hats, so I was like, Alma, you should do this video with me, and we'll talk about the book. And we're out here at her apartment complex, so people are walking around, they're thinking we're crazy, which we kind of are, let's face it. So, one of the things I like to do, and it's kind of funny and kind of weird, is walk around the dark. I grew up also reading those scary stories to tell in the dark books. I don't know if you guys have gotten into that. Did you ever read those books?
Yes. Scary stories?
Yeah, scary stories. Oh my God. Okay, so in one of the scary stories, one that stands out to me is the one where the girl is walking through the cemetery, or they're doing a dare, and she has to go out in the cemetery, and she has to stab a knife into one of the graves.
Oh,
right? It's freaky. I got in trouble for reading these books to my cousins when we were little. Yeah, not always a good influence. I'm better influence now. If you want to say this as being a good influence, but we'll see. So she has to stab the knife into the grave, and as her and her friends are there, they start running away. And she tries running away, but something is holding her back. And it's like, oh my God, what is holding her back? Why is she stuck on that grave, right? And she dies, of being scared to death. She literally got scared to death, and she dies. And it turns out when she stabbed the knife into the grave, she stabbed her dress too. So it was just the knife that was holding her there. She thought it was like
an actual ghost.
Yeah, a ghost or skeleton or whatever, coming out of the grave and holding onto her. Isn't that crazy? And that's the scary stuff that I would read. So I don't personally, because I've read those scary stories and I have watched scary movies, I don't know, maybe I'm desensitized and I don't find it that scary, but one of the people that have read my book, they said it was scary.
They thought it was scary?
Yeah, they said it was scary. They're like, you're like Stephen King. I was like, what? I'm not Stephen King. Wow, damn, but to be
awesome.
Say I'm like Stephen King, shoot. All right, I'll take it. Awesome. I'll take the compliment. Stephen King is amazing. I think his movies are scary. But, my book is dark fantasy fiction. And so like I said, one of the things I like to do is walk around in the dark. Luckily, I don't have to walk around in the dark by myself today because I have Alma with me. But so we were out here and just sitting outside chatting, and I heard a bat flying over us. It sounds like a little chirping sound. It's like beep, 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 beep. And I was like, oh my God, Alma, there's a bat flying above us. And she's like, is that a bat? And then you said...
It's a lechuza.
Yeah, a lechuza.
Lechuza.
And that's...
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
You hear it?
We hear it. Well, because this is when bats eat at night. And they eat tons of mosquitoes. So bats are good news. We associate them with, being bloodsuckers, but they eat mosquitoes. So if you didn't know that, now you do. Mosquitoes, beware. There are bats in the air. One of my friends said I was like Dr. Seuss because I come up with these crazy little rhymes too, but whatever, I'll take it. Dr. Seuss is down too. I love Dr. Seuss. I'm a mom, so I can be very G-rated and you know, get into the scary stuff. Little,
Yeah.
not R-rated.
Back to the lechuza.
Okay, so La Lechuza. There is a character in my book that's called La Lechuza, and she is an owl witch, and this is from Spanish folklore, and Alma knows her own little version about it. So let's take off these hats for a minute because they're so big and I can't sit so close to you.
It's really nice.
They're cool. I love them. I got them at a thrift store. And I think
it's legit too. It says Hecho en Mexico.
Hecho en Mexico. Okay, so Alma is gonna tell us a little bit about La Lechuza.
Like my version. So
yeah, tell us what you know
it's
about.
It's definitely like Mexican folklore, but what I know is that it's an owl. So it's always like an owl that you see and you hear them and they come out at night. But also like it could be a spirit. The owl has a spirit, which is bad, like a witch or just like a bad spirit.
Like a demon?
In an owl, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're white. Most of the time.
Oh my god.
So like it's, if you see a white one, maybe that's more like rare because a white owl, that's what I've heard of it.
Okay.
From my Mexican culture.
Right. Yeah. Alma's Mexican. I'm Mexican. I'm also Native American. But I'm like a fourth or fifth generation Mexican American.
Yeah.
So we're pretty whitewashed in my family. I mean, I had a sweet 16. I didn't have a quinceañera. Did you have a quinceañera?
No.
Okay. So anyway.
But the white owl is more like rare. I feel like that's more like evil because it's white, and you're gonna see a white owl.
That's weird.
Like at night.
Because I would think like white is like purity, like a pure thing.
I don't know who told me that, but it's something that we believe in. Lechuzas. Yeah.
So, in my book, hold it right way. Let's hold it the right way. The first demon or fight that Renee has, because she fights. She's a warrior. She's a super being. She is the hero of Puebla, Mexico. Her first fight is with La Lechuza. And she defends her best friend, Ana. They're walking home from a party that happened on Dia de los Muertos. And they're walking back to Renee's house. And they're passing the graveyard. And she encounters this demon who Renee has heightened anticipation senses and things like that. She's kind of like Spider-Man. She's kind of a lot of things, a lot of different superheroes combined. And she fights this demon. She pushes Anna out of the way and she fights the demon. She can absorb her fireballs that she's throwing at her, because apparently that's like one of the powers that La Lechuza has that I've read about in Spanish folklore as doing my research for this book. And she defeats her, and you can read about it. And that's I believe chapter 6 or 7, I can't remember. Uninvited is the name of that chapter. So that's her first fight. I had to learn how to write a fight scene. Do you know how to write a fight scene? You're like, it's one thing watching people like do a fight scene, but to write and explain it in a book, I don't know how to do that. I had to watch the movies and with the subtitles be like, metal ringing. Like, what is the name of that dance? Fight stance. What is, the different names of parts of swords? I had to learn all of that to write this book. And, but it was fun and I enjoyed it. But,
that's a good way though. You like read the subtitles in the movies?
Yeah. Or else watching, like Demon Slayer.
Oh, yeah.
The anime. If you like Demon Slayer, she's a Demon Slayer. Renee is a Demon Slayer. Because, we all fight like real life demons that, haunt us, like bad habits or whatever. But that's in this book. And it is available on Amazon. And you can find it through my website, theinkcrusader.com/store. And otherwise, you can come to one of my pop-up events if you are in the Southern California area. It's going to be in Upland. It's going to be on February 3rd at the Vintage Vault in Upland. So check it out. Hear some more about, Spanish folklore. I mean, Mexican folklore. And all the crazy things that is in this book. It's only 200 pages. It's not a heavy read, and it's entertaining and it's funny, and I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to talking to you guys again and sharing more about the book. And ole!
Right? I can't sing like a mariachi.
That's what I want to say. I just want to say ole. I want my daughter to learn mariachi music.
Yeah,
because she's good with the trumpet.
That's cool.
She knows a lot of instruments. Yes, and we do know somebody. But anyway, that's a story for another time. Let me put my hat on, and we'll say adios. Let's say adios. From these two crazy girls over here. We're in Chino tonight, but we'll see you the next time we're shooting a fun little video. Bye.